Hi, I'm Jim with Pride Restoration, and you're looking at buying a home in, let's say, the Wilmington, North Carolina area. As you understand, and you know, I'm sure, that Wilmington in the community is the fastest growing community in the entire East Coast. Everybody's wanting to come and move to Wilmington. So the deals out there on houses are snapping up quickly. And so you're looking at buying a home, maybe with your main house. Maybe you want to buy a second home or a third home as investment properties. So you got to be careful because there's some great deals out there. However, there's also a lot of properties out there that have lots of issues from previous hurricanes that may or may not have been dealt with properly. So here's some things you want to consider before you purchase that home and it becomes those previous issues are now your problem to deal with. So step one, what I would do is really look at the home very, very closely. And you want to find out what type of insurance claims have been on that property before. They should be able to give you an idea what was done. For instance, Hurricane Florence was just a couple years ago, and there was lots of roofs were replaced throughout the area. Everybody got new roofs. However, was the extent of a lot of the repairs on a lot of properties out there. So if the roof was bad enough to be replaced, and if it took months to get that new roof on, what happened while that old roof was on there with damage? Well, every time it rained, water was getting in through the roof into the attic area. So the insulation we found in a lot of homes we've looked at have had compressed, packed down insulation. It's discolored, and there was definitely signs it got wet, and nothing was ever done. And what we've done, we've even gone in there and looked around and moved some of the insulation back out of the way to expose the backside of the drywall, and we've seen water stains, microbial growth, mold issues. We've seen all kinds of damage, and plus there's ventilation systems, HVAC systems. A lot of times are in attic spaces. Was that damaged during the hurricane? Because I've seen that as well. Water ran through the ductwork, and you're looking at the original HVAC system that was not replaced. And what about water damage that could have got in through windows, doors, and other things in the home? We've seen a lot of properties, and most of what we found is that it is leaked in through windows. Improper flashing around the window, or maybe door pans were missing, decks were installed without proper flashing, and there's now water damage inside those homes. So step two, you want to look at, of course, windows. You want to look at attics. You want to look at the doors. You want to look at the floors. You want to look around all the exterior and look around the windows and see if there's any caulk missing. Because if there's a gap where water could get in, even from a rainstorm, not even a hurricane, water will penetrate. You want to look real closely at your windows inside. Look around the windowsill. Do you see any signs of any staining from water? Do you see any cracks or gaps that look like caulk was missing or maybe pulled apart? You'll see separation. Look around the window casings, door casings. Look closely at the baseboards. If you see where it looks like maybe a bad paint job, that may be a telltale sign for you that there was water damage that was not properly addressed. Look for discolorations on the floor. That could be water staining. Also, use your nose. Your nose knows best. When you walk in, what do you smell? Does it smell fresh and clean, or does it have a little tint or hint of musty odors? If it smells like grandma's basement that you're walking into that was not properly maintained, that's a bad sign that you could be buying something that's going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, to take care of. And remember, once you buy that property, any pre-existing conditions in that property that were not addressed are now your responsibility. Don't expect your insurance company to take care of and honor anything that is now your issue. Any future issues, of course, but anything previous was there when you bought it is now going to be your responsibility. What's it going to cost? What kind of work is going to be involved? If you're planning on gutting everything wall to wall in the home because you love the spot, you love the location, and you have factored that cost in, understand there could be a lot of mold growth you're going to have to deal with inside the wall cavity that you're going to need an expert Pride Restoration to take care of. And what about if you have a brick home that you're looking at buying? Could there be water damage? Of course there could be. We've seen issues. Brick it's got set up with weep holes in it, where the weep holes installed correctly because they've been clogged. I've seen a lot of properties that were solid brick walls, and we looked inside the house, and the drywall looked perfectly fine. However, once we put a moisture meter on it, we discovered water was trapped behind that drywall. Behind it, there was a vapor barrier. That moisture was trapped in the insulation between the brick wall, the exterior wall, and the inside drywall. So water can get in through brick with heavy wind and heavy rain, not even with a hurricane. So it's very important you look at everything and call us. We'll be happy to look at the property for you to inspect it thoroughly. Don't rely on just a home inspector looking at your property. There are some that are very good in the area. There are some that aren't as well versed about water damage. That's where our expertise is. We're very good at finding hidden damage, pointing those out to you. It's well worth hiring us to inspect that home before you could end up costing you tens of thousands of dollars of unnecessary expenses because you weren't aware of what to look for. We know what to look for, we know how to find it, and we can educate you on the process. That way you know if you still want to purchase that home and then not buying somebody else's problem you're now dealing with. Give us a call, Pride Restoration of NC. We're happy to take care of anything you may need, and have a good day. Thank you.